Dear children, good morning to everyone. So children, today we are celebrating the theme of the month, and that is language. Yes, my dear children, language is a very important aspect. Yes, you know children, if you want to express your feelings, your queries, your fears, how are you going to express? Yes, through the help of language. When we speak our thoughts, we express our feelings. So, language is really very important. And in today's video, we are going to learn lot about language. Yes, now you would be thinking, what are we going to learn for this language? Don't take it light, my dear children. It's a very important and vital aspect of our life. Just imagine, if you can't understand my language, how you will understand what I'm saying? So, to convey my feelings, to convey my thoughts to you, you need to understand the language which I am speaking, correct? So, language is very important. And my dear children, today I am going to share with you many aspects, many facts and many things about language. Yes, so the language is important in our life. So children, you know, when we speak, the way we speak, the command of our language portrays our personality. Yes, so to have a nice command in language, what you are going to do? Improve your vocabulary. Yes, and how you will do? By reading and writing. You will read lots and lots of books. Yes, you can read the books related to your curriculum. You can read story books. You can read educational books. So reading and writing will improve your vocabulary and command over language. Children, I have a very beautiful poem explaining you importance of language. I only speak one language. My friend at school speaks too. Sometimes I hear her singing to herself, talking with her dad, thinking aloud, and I wish my brain held two words for dog, two worlds of sound, two countries in one mouth. I have only one word for spoon, for sock, for moon, for clock. My friends sings two songs, and I wonder if I will ever find another voice. You listened to the poem, correct? It was a wonderful poem and a very deep meaning. Yes, the meaning hidden in the poem is that you should learn more and more languages. Yes, and to connect with people who speaks different languages, you need to learn different languages. So that's the meaning of this beautiful poem. Now children, you know the importance about the language. Yes. Now let's look for some amazing facts about language that we don't know. Okay. So children, you know there are more than 7,000 different languages around the world. Yes, 7,000 and more languages. Wow. Did you knew it? Yes. So this is a fact that you should remember. Children, do you know, according to current analysis, the most spoken language is English. Yes, this is a current analysis of the languages. And children, do you know, there are spoken language. Do you know which are they? So, I'll tell you. One is Mandarin Chinese. Yes. Second is Spanish. Third is English. And fourth is Hindi. Yes, dear children. These are the most spoken languages in the world. Did you know about this? Yes, isn't it a great fact that we learned today? Wow. And children, let me share you one more fact. Do you know which is the oldest language? The oldest language is to be said that it's Sanskrit. Yes, children, Sanskrit is said to be the oldest language in the literature. Children, let's learn and gather more information about Sanskrit language. Yes, it is the base of our culture. So we should know more about Sanskrit language.
Sanskrit is the oldest language of ancient India with a documented history of nearly 3,500 years. Is said to be the primary liturgical language of the Hinduism. It is also believed that it is the most systematic and technical language of all and is a language that is in high demand all over the world. Sometimes it is known as the mother of all languages. We hope that this forgotten language will receive the respect it deserves and be preserved before it is too late. Here are some facts related to Sanskrit. Mother of all modern languages, with UNO confirming Sanskrit having influenced at least 97% of the world's languages. You will surely be interested in knowing more about the language. A highly versatile language. Sanskrit has the power to say something using the minimum number of words. There are numerous synonyms for each word, each with a specific meaning in the Sanskrit language. For example, a simple word like the elephant has about 100 synonyms. English has only one word for love. Sanskrit has 96. An innovative language. An old one, however, a highly technical and systematic language of the world. After the research, a report by NASA scientist Rick Briggs, Sanskrit is one of the most suitable languages for computers. It is considered that it is very efficient in the making of algorithms. Sanskrit language has the largest vocabulary. 102 Arab 50 lakh words have been used until now in Sanskrit. The language of the gods. Sanskrit was considered Dev Bhasha or Dev Vani, the language of the gods by the ancient Indians. The script is called Devanagari, which means it is used in the cities of gods. It was believed to have been generated by the god Brahma, who passed on to the rishis who lived in celestial abodes, who then communicated in the same way with their earthly disciples from where they spread on earth. Improves brain functionality. Research suggests that learning Sanskrit improves brain function. Students improve academically, they get better grades in subjects such as mathematics and science that some people find difficult. It is because Sanskrit increases memory power.
So children, through the help of this video, we know and we have come across the deep knowledge about language Sanskrit. Yes. Now children, one more interesting fact I have for you. Children, do you know India stands in 4th place for many spoken languages? Yes, that means in India there are many spoken languages. You know children, there are more than 1,500 spoken languages in India. Yes, how many languages do we speak? Come on, quickly think. So, India has 1,500 plus languages that are spoken in India. That's the reason India stands for the 4th place of most spoken languages. Yes. God, it's such an interesting and amazing fact that we learned just now. Let me tell you one more amazing fact. That is, the Indian education system helps you to learn more and more language. And how that is? We all know that we all have one basic basic language that we study, as like we are in English medium, so English is the basic language, correct? Then we have one more language, that is state language, and along with that we also have an option to learn more different languages. In that you can choose the language. That could be a foreign language, that could be Sanskrit, that could be Hindi, whatever. So our education system supports in learning more and more languages. This is a fact, my dear children. And children, do you know that education system has introduced a new policy, that is Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat. Yes, as I told you, we have so many different languages in our country. So to connect the people, we are promoting this policy, and through this policy we are celebrating this theme of the month, that is language. Yes, this is all to enhance the importance of language. So children, see, this is such an interesting and a very useful fact that we learned just now. Children, let me tell you one more fact. Do you know India is a country that doesn't have its own national language? Yes. What do you know about this? We all say our national language is Hindi. No, my dear children, this is not a correct fact. India has 22 official language, but India doesn't have a national language. To understand it more clearly, let me help you to explain.
Time now for a little question. What is the national language of India? Okay, so frankly, how many of you just replied Hindi? Well, I have a little news for you. Hindi is not, I repeat, Hindi is not the national language of India. In fact, the Constitution of India specifies no national language. Let's dig a bit deeper to understand better. The huge nation of India, with its hugely diverse population, has more than 1600 spoken languages. But of this, only 22 languages have been given the status of official language. But more on that later. Now, for the great folks framing the Indian Constitution, language became a challenge. They looked around and saw that those from the UK and the US spoke English. Those from France spoke French, in Germany, German, and so on. But there were way too many languages in India. Wouldn't the nation fall to pieces if there was no single language uniting it? So, they wanted to decide on one language. Hindi was a reasonable solution, as more than 40% of the people spoke Hindi or variants of Hindi. But there was a small hiccup. Hindi was not known to many non-Hindi speakers. But they did know English, thanks to the British Raj. Plus, many official documents, laws, books, etc. were in English, and translating them to Hindi would take time. So when the Constitution was formed, it stated that the official language of the Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script. But for 15 years, English would continue to be used for official purposes. Thus, Hindi and English became the official languages of the Union of India till 1965. The states were free to choose Hindi or any other language spoken in the state as the official language of the state. Okay, great. So 1965 is long past. So that means Hindi is the only official language now, right? Well, no. What happened was that in 1960s, when Hindi was going to completely replace English, many of the non-Hindi speaking states, especially the southern states, resisted. As this resistance gained momentum and turned into a major protest, the government of India amended the act. So, to sum it up, the official language of the Republic of India is Hindi with English as an additional official language. But there are a total of 22 languages that are recognized as official languages by the 8th schedule. So while India does not have one national language, all languages used in India can be considered as the national languages of India.
Through this video, our query related to the national language is solved. I hope you understood the video. Now, my dear children, as I told you before, there are 22 official languages in India. Now, let me tell you which language is spoken in which part of our country. So, let's take a look for that.
Spoken language in Jammu and Kashmir is Kashmiri and Ladakhi. In Punjab, the spoken language is Punjabi. In the parts of Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, all these places the spoken language is Hindi. Hindi is spoken in all these states. In the state of Gujarat, the spoken language is Gujarati. In Maharashtra, the spoken language is Marathi and Konkani. In Karnataka, the spoken language is Kannada. In Kerala, the spoken language is Malayalam. The spoken language in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry is Tamil. In Andhra Pradesh, the spoken language is Telugu and Tulu. In Orissa, the spoken language is Odai. In West Bengal and Tripura, the spoken language is Bengali. In Sikkim, the spoken language is Nepali. In Assam, the spoken language is Assamese. In Meghalaya, the spoken language is Kashi. In Arunachal Pradesh, the spoken language is Nishai. In Nagaland, the spoken language is Naga. In Manipur, the spoken language is Manipuri. The spoken language in Mizoram is Mizo. So children, these are all the languages, different languages spoken in different states. You learned there are so many different languages that are spoken in different states.
Now we have a rough idea that which language is spoken in which part of our country. So children, now we have learned so many things and now we have such a knowledge about language. Yes, now it's time for an interesting activity for you to do. Children, as you know that right now we all are learning Hindi language, that is Vyanjans and Swar, correct? So I have an interesting activity, that is I will take one of the Vyanjan and I will find that in different languages how that Vyanjan is written. Sound interesting, correct? So I will show you how to do this activity.
So children, now you can look over here. What you can see, this is which letter? Yes, it's Vyanjan K. As you all are learning Vyanjan, so you all know this is Vyanjan K. Yes, and this is written in Hindi language. So now let's do an interesting activity as I told you. So what we will do is, let's see how the K is written in different languages. Isn't it an interesting activity to do? So children, in Marathi, also the K is written like this. In Konkani, as well as Nepali, the K is written in the same pattern. Let's see some more languages. Okay, so this is the K in English. Yes, it's alphabet K. So in English, the K is K. And this is K in Tamil. Yes, this is a Tamil language alphabet. And in Tamil, K is written like this. Wow! Isn't it interesting to know the different patterns of writing K? And in Malayalam, it is written like this. See how different the K looks like. And now, this is Gujarati. In Gujarati, the K is written like this. See how so many different ways to write Vyanjan K. And this is the K in Odia language. Yes, see how different does it look. And this is the K in Punjabi language. Wow, there are so many different ways to write one Vyanjan. See, K, and that is written in so many different patterns in different languages. So, did you like this activity? And what are you going to do? You also have to do this kind of activity, correct? So, you can also use another Vyanjan of your choice and do the same activity.
Did you understand how to do this activity? Yes. Now you will choose any Vyanjan or swar of your choice and find that how does it look in different languages? How does it write? How do we write it in different languages? So I hope you will enjoy this activity, and yes, of course, share your photos and videos enjoying this activity. So I hope you all liked, loved and understood the video of the explanation of language. Yes, it's very important and there are many aspects that we learn today. So that's all for today, my dear children. God bless you and have a good day.